Now, the political calculation for 2027 and 2031 is out. I repeat, the political calculation for 2027 and 2031 is out. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wins the next election, that means in 2031, Abdul Aziz Yari is the next potential president. I repeat, if the opposition allow President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win the next election, that means under the political empire of Tinubu, the next person they will produce is Abdul Aziz Yari, not Nuhu Ribadu, not Niger State Governor, not any other Fulani. Abdul Aziz Yari is an Hausa person. I told you, the plots under Tinubu, after Tinubu's government, the Fulani will hear Tinubu name, they go shock. They don't know who Tinubu is yet. You see that campaign DG they carry and gave to Abdul Aziz Yari. It is a test if he's able to deliver the elections. I know some Fulani have started gaslighting the Hausas in northern Nigeria. Why will you join the Yorubas? Why will you join Tinubu? Why will you join the APC? Can't you see that Arewa is suffering? Arewa is this and that. You have left us. We are not supporting any Muslim ticket because we have not benefited anything from Muslim ticket. Now let's look at Buhari. Was Arewa not suffering under Buhari? Was there not terrorism under Buhari? At any point in time, did the Arewa accuse Buhari and El-Rufai of bringing in people that are terrorizing the country? Did they hold any of them responsible? But now it's because it is a Tinubu, and Tinubu is not playing along, is not inviting them to the banquet, national banquet, where they will share money. They are being displaced politically. They push them far away from the national cake. That is why they are making this statement. I believe it is hypocritical. As it stands today, the North is divided. And that is how the North should stay. You see, Tinubu know they look people face. You go see how they look. The guy they look your face. So he will laugh with you. He's not laughing with you. He will shake you. He's not shaking you. If they hug you, he's not hugging you. That thing he wants to achieve, he would rather achieve it. And he's not afraid of the achievement. Now, the reasons why I'm supporting Tinubu is because of such a thing like this. If we can displace the terror from the North, the political terror from the North, we can have a breathing space at least to govern ourselves. I'm telling you, the political terror from the northern part of the country is the reasons why we are dragging our foot backward. So Abdulaziz, President 2031, Wike, Vice President, Hope Uzodinma, Senate President. That is another Tinubu 2.0. Abdulaziz, the President, Wike, Vice President, Hope Uzodinma, Senate President. Abdulaziz Yari also, see, two truths can work together. Abdulaziz Yari also is also gunning for the Senate presidency. Presidency. But looking at the permutation, political permutations and calculations, now, Abdulaziz Yari is better positioned and better placed to represent the North. Someone who is not known to have all these Uthman and Fodio terrorist inclinations, who is not a Fulani. At least, even though he has that inclination, he's not a Fulani. And it's somebody that has influence in northern Nigeria. The richest northern politician, that is Abdulaziz Yari. The other day now, maybe 1 trillion naira he used by that Garegu plant. You know what it means? Was trying to pull out 1 trillion naira in this economy to buy a plant. That is Abdulaziz Yari. So for those that are waiting for the North, the turn of the North is the turn of the Hausas. Hausa people, open your eyes. This is an opportunity. Political power is more important than life. Like of a people, of an ethnicity. Political power is very important. Because that political power, you're going to use it to protect, arm, and also solidify yourself. It's just like charm. Use charm to fortify yourself. Political power is needed. At various points in time that the Fulani had access to political power, they knew what they used it to do. They used it to upgrade and elevate themselves. They used it to open border for their brothers to come in, give them position. They use it to place their brothers in people's lands and communities. The Fulani themselves, they knew what they used power to do. So you also can leverage on that power to use to fix your communities back. Because that's why all these Boko Haram, all these terrorists, for you to be able to handle them, elites are responsible. The Nigerian security agencies will not tell us they don't know the terrorists. They will not tell us that they are not abreast of what is going on about insecurity in Nigeria. They know. Elites are very well involved. And most of the elites are Fulani. And every Fulani is first loyal to his tribe before tribe Islam and before Nigeria. So he's first loyal to himself. Fulani president, Buhari Fulani president entered here. What did Buhari do? Tell me now, what did Buhari do? Did he put Hausa people? He carried his brothers from Katsina State. Katsina is a Hausa state. Zamfara is a Hausa state. Kano is a Hausa state. He took his brothers and put them in position of power. What about the teeming population of the Hausa people? What about the representation from the Hausa people? What about that? It's only the Fulani that is only qualified to hold very sensitive and high position. It's only Fulani that can move freely, can do anyhow in Nigeria. So the more reasons why the Hausas need to take advantage of this opportunity that is coming. They need to mobilize. They need to be formidable. I said it, various movements, professional, political movement of Okada riders, suppose they, political movement of Akara sellers, suppose they, political movement of cocoa sellers, suppose they. Every single strata of the society must be represented politically. Capture every people that are selling sugarcane must have a political movement. So that when you are voting, you can be able to communicate to every of these organizations. They must be conscious of the fact that the Hausas must seize their political space. They must have access, something they can use to negotiate power at the level. At this point in time, Tinubu is destroying what the Fulani can use to negotiate power in Nigeria. At this point in time, and the Fulani cannot negotiate power without them attaching themselves to the Hausa people. They will have to attach themselves to the Hausa people. We are Hausa-Fulani, this and that, before they can be able to negotiate. As we speak now, the Fulani have seen the handwriting on the wall. Most of them are aligned with Tinubu. But you know, we Southerners, we are not fools. The aim of a Tinubu in the first place, the guy will achieve him. He will achieve him. I told you that if Tinubu does not run for a third term, the person that's going to be there is going to be like a tool to him. I'm only going to pity for Tinubu and Lagos boys if Tinubu does not implement this restructuring that he's talking about. Because if they don't implement the restructuring, at a point in time, the Fulani will come back for a revenge mission. Even though it takes 100 years, the Fulani never forget. And they want to carry out a revenge mission on what was done to them politically by a Southwest president or Southerners. So it is very important that the presidency and every other person note above their selfishness, because I told you before, number one thing on Tinubu's mind is to complete his 8 years. Number one, if he does not achieve anything, he has to complete his 8 years. Number two is to form a political empire, create a space for him to become a cabal in Nigeria. This old man you see, that is what is top of their mind. And why does restructuring come in the middle? For him to achieve most of these things, he has to restructure, rearrange, repackage, refocus, rebuild foundations for him to be able to get to that position. That's why he's restructuring. Or else, he doesn't care. The Tinubu does not care about you and I. Forget that one you are talking. The reasons why he's going to restructure is because for him to place himself as a Jagaban of Nigeria, he needs to restructure to his own benefit. So, there will be regional system of government. You need to restructure the Fulani out first. Displace the Fulani by removing the structure. Then when he's going to put back the structure, he's going to now fix himself in that structure. That's why he has to complete 8 years. He cannot achieve that within 4 years. He has to complete 8 years. Then he has to bring in policies that will weaken the base, the support base of the Fulani, the strongholds, the political strongholds of the Fulani, which is deprive them of power. If you deprive the Fulani of power for 20 years, you go pity Fulani. And they know what is going on. That's why most of them are aligning. Imagine a Pantami joining Wike's PDP. Pantami. Malami is the ADC candidate, I think, of Kebbi State. You see, many other persons, many other Northerners in the North, politically, are joining the APC because they believe the APC is a party they can win against their own brothers. There is no unity anymore. Many Fulani are joining the APC not because they like Tinubu's face or whatever it is, but because they know that if they want power also. Not only Malami, Erufai, Atiku and the rest, and Kwankwaso, we also want power. They are looking at how they can displace them. So that part also is what Tinubu will take advantage of, and also further his own personal ambition. Reality. So if you position Abdulaziz Yari, you position a Wike, you know, people don't believe all these things. When I was saying what I was saying in the past, somebody was saying, what audacity does this young man have to be saying all these things? Where this young man, they hear all these things, see all these things? All of a sudden, when the things started coming into fruition, you know, you always have haters. It is normal. So you're just speculating. You're just doing that. Speculation is part of journalism. Yeah, speculation is part of journalism. All my speculations, 70% of them have come to pass. Speculations. And when I'm making such statements, you resonate, you understand, you enjoy it. It's also a form of entertainment. No, not even entertainment. Informative. It's informative. You enjoy it. You see that Abdulaziz Yari, you see a Wike, you see Obuzodima. These guys are going to play major roles in Tinubu's exit after Nigeria, after his 8 years. That is, if he's not the last Nigerian president. Like I told you, in politics, anything can happen. Today, something will just happen. People will just change their mind. APC supporters will just change their mind. Large number of them. In politics, anything can trigger anything. For instance, now, look at the Edo-Asaba road, that major road, that people were there for days. A woman said he carry catfish that he's using to do business. The catfish died for road because of bad road. And the funny thing there is that the same bad road don't come extend to Lagos Ibadan Expressway. The same bad road don't extend because of that singular incident. And closer to elections, the APC cannot come and tell you that they are campaigning, that they have done infrastructure, or they are doing Coastal Road. Coastal Road, although it's very beautiful, but the APC will not have. Although APC, a politician no get shame. They'll still tell you the Minister of Works was there when P2B was complaining about that road. He was saying P2B does not know anything, that he should come and debate him. Now look at what is happening. People have been there for days. I am in Aba as we speak. Somebody asked the question, rain fall in Aba. Rain for the past few days I've been here. I don't think I've seen rain in Aba. Somebody asked the question and I'm answering it. I don't think I've seen rain. So the reality is that any little thing can happen and things will change straight up. So if Tinubu is not going to be the last president and there's going to be continuity, the possibility is that the persons that are going to be occupying that position will still be accountable to Tinubu. See, that Lagos stunt, that Lagos template, Tinubu will replicate it in Lagos, in Nigeria. Because see how Tinubu has entered everywhere, permitted everywhere, captured everywhere. People never believed. As small as it's going, with all the scandals, with all the accusations, with all the records of Tinubu, whatever, drug records, blah blah blah. I don't know how Tinubu is able to hold down the US not to even release his records. It's going to damage the reputation of him and Nigeria as a country. If the US would release such records, it's going to cause a damage to the reputation. People will be ashamed. That is by the side. How Tinubu is able to manage all these things and still further himself needs to be studied. I told some people that the US will not release those results. I said it. Did they release? US is, let me not, this is their app. US that invited a terrorist, the president of Syria, who was declared a terrorist. They put $10 million on his head. They invited him to the White House because they see him, or he needs to serve their interest. They need him to serve their interest. No matter what Tinubu has done, he has not killed anybody. And you think that if Tinubu does not, because they are interested in controlling Nigeria by proxy. They are your landlords. They are the ones that bring people together by force. Northern and Southern Protectorate. Your politicians are caretakers. And whatever they can use to be controlling your politician. That's why whenever Nigeria wants to choose a leader, they will influence the election so that a leader whereby they can hold responsible. They can use blackmail. That's the kind of leader this establishment want for Nigerians. Most of your leaders have one corruption criminal case in Nigeria or abroad, which they can use it. Most of your leaders are assets. That's why sometimes when a governor comes out to tell you that I built road, I want to spit at that governor. We can't compete in the world. People are going far in robotics, in AI. We are still here to fix substandard road, and we are making noise about substandard road. We have not even gotten electricity, quality electricity, or even stable electricity. We have not even gotten to that aspect of getting stable electricity. We are making noise on road. You look at Umahi, you can open map, blah 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 blah. Now, in that Benin Expressway, take away Nigerians and put Chinese there. Within 3 months, you see changes. The more thing you see I'm fighting about restructuring is because we have young people in Nigeria that are very, very talented, have potentials, but the country is killing, and we are not competing. If the world leaves us behind, they'll turn us to slaves. We cannot be slaves. Look at our educational sector. There's nothing we can really fix. Like there's nothing we can only speak grammar. There's nothing we can really fix. We can only repair. There's nothing we can aggregate on. There's something producing. I told you, say, let's say then live this life for Nigerians. All the inventions, they put it in the hand of Nigerians. We'll still be in the Stone Age. We'll still be in the Stone Age. What have we invented as a people? Instead, we become a stumbling block to people that want to make life better for us. We go against every metric of development. We go against this. Ordinary roads, quality education, public infrastructure, health, affordable primary health. We cannot give to our people ordinary. This should be the least. People should not even talk about it. It's just like every morning you need to brush your teeth and take your bath. You brush your teeth and take your bath, and you are now singing praises that I took my bath today. They look you as stupid and foolish. Stupid and foolish. It pains me a lot because we cannot compete in the world. The motors we are even producing, we are taking parts from different places and we're producing it. Now somebody invents that motor. If they allow black man to invent everything we need, we'll still be in the Stone Age. We may be here. The highest will be using thatch houses and mud till now, because almost everything that makes us sophisticated is being invented. Look around you. It's being invented by the white. And we are here playing tribalism, playing stupid, whatever it is, bigotry, and we think we are okay. Some people say I travel to Akwa Ibom. The roads, the places are clean, but there's no value on the people. Some few leaders will just capture the state, stay at the top, collect money, job. I don't know what they're using money to do. Let's do roads for them. But engaging the people, HDI, Human Development Index, is not there. The people do not resonate with the public infrastructure. Because we have leaders that are clueless, they can only speak language and chop afang soup, and wear dress and start making noise up and down. And the politicians are okay with that. This is how the establishment has made these caretakers. They're still, this is what we call modern slavery. Modern slavery. So whatever it is we can do to restructure Nigeria, we have to. We have to. So if Tinubu is not finishing that term, and there is Abdulaziz Yari, then the restructuring must continue until we arrive at a conclusion. We are always here to make sure. I'm not interested in any government position or any. I will play politics, but not to the aspect whereby I'll be caged not to speak up when things are going wrong. No, I can play politics as a journalist. I can play politics as a freelancer to a local government, to a state government, whatever it is. Just freelance, whatever it is. The good thing the government is doing, I can help propagate it. The bad thing the government is doing, I also help propagate it. If before I propagate the bad thing, I'll first inform the government. These are the things, and the government gives the reasons, and the reasons are tangible at the moment. Then it's understandable. If the reasons are not tangible, we disagree to agree. So that's just it. Look at Northern Nigeria. Look at leadership in Northern Nigeria. It's rubbing off on us in the south. One of my viewers said, when I'm talking about Amajiri, why don't I say in Abia State? I say Southern Nigeria. You have another form of Amajiri. Everywhere you go, you have your form of Amajiri. Form of Amajiri everywhere. And so it's very unfortunate. So as it is, if I say Abdulaziz Yari is going to be the next president, after 2027, watch out. If I tell you that Wike is positioning himself to be the vice president, after 27, watch out. And Hope Uzodinma, Southerners are controlling the political space. Even when we had a Southern president, the Fulani were still controlling. The same thing happened. Is the turn of the South. The South will control political for a very long time. We got to help Nigerians.